let's get to the big question of what's happening over at HP. Will CEO Leo Apotheker fall victim to a board coup? Sources telling Bloomberg News that an ouster is in the works, that Meg Whitman, the former eBay CEO and failed political candidate, is waiting in the wings. Let's just get right to our discussion. Let's bring in David Garrity, who covers this of GVA Research. What's next at HP? The saga just kind of continues here.
I think certainly at HP what we need to do is we need to find somebody in the CEO role who has a better understanding of more of the business groups in which Hewlett-Packard competes. Granted, in the case of Apotheker, he understood, business application software, enterprise software well. But obviously Hewlett-Packard as a company is far beyond software, and it's not really a company known for software. From that standpoint, if we were to look at other people, Meg Whitman, clearly not somebody who necessarily understands either hardware or services.
So that's just a crazy idea in your view?
I think it's a crazy idea. I think the person who's probably better suited to come in here would be the non-executive chairman, Ray Lane. In part, Lane, from his experience at Oracle, where he was chief financial officer for an extended period of time, certainly understands the software business well. But it's also known that Lane, prior in his career, had been at EDS, which is now part of the services business at Hewlett-Packard. And if it couldn't be Lane, then probably someone like Livermore, who was certainly considered as a candidate, when prior to Carly Fiorina moving out and Mark Hurd coming in. She's still on the board. She's still a relatively new member of the board since 2011. I think it's important here for the people within Hewlett-Packard to see someone probably who's more of an internal candidate rather than thinking that the company should go outside its ranks to solve its own problems. Clearly, we could say it's been the outsiders of late who've done nothing but really to run this icon of the technology industry off the rails.
Hey, David, long time no talk. What I'm hearing from people within Hewlett-Packard is that they just want a message. They want someone to get behind, and that maybe someone like Meg Whitman, who is certainly trained to say things and stay on message, might at least give the internal people at the company some direction.
Well, I think, having effective communication is one thing, but I think that the issues at Hewlett-Packard go beyond just a matter of perception and a matter of communication. There are issues here as far as fundamentals are concerned, and I think what the company needs as a CEO is somebody who isn't so much of a communicator, but really somebody who's more fundamentally a leader and actually has strong, in-depth understanding of the areas and businesses in which Hewlett-Packard operates and understands well from that perspective the competitive challenges they must meet.
What are they going to have to undo, David? I think of the acquisition of autonomy. What's the future of the PC business? I mean, what does whoever takes over at HP need to do in your view?
Right. I think first, with respect to autonomy, they should just pay the breakup fee and get out of the business. I don't think that that's a transaction that they should move forward with. I think with respect to the PC business, what they had done with Palm and acquiring WebOS and what they were doing to take that operating system and spread it across their line of products had a lot of promise to it. And it was something from which Apotheker fled, either because he didn't understand the operating business, the PC business, or just didn't want to be there. I think it's actually a promising asset that the company should go forth and develop because there was the potential there. Obviously, when they dropped the price point, we saw that the Hewlett-Packard tablets flew off the shelves. Now, granted, you can't make any money selling anything at 99 bucks, but obviously it was important to see that Hewlett-Packard potentially had a competitor here with Apple, not just in tablets, but perhaps in other parts of its hardware line.
Going to leave it there. David, thank you so much. David Garrity of GVA Research breaking down the latest on HP.